Hey, so it's been a long ass time since I made a video, but I'm back, and this is going to be a little something different. So as you'll notice, this is a WR250R. It looks exactly the same as the one that I already had, except it's not the same one. That one is buried in here under a pile of garbage. Look at that. So this is a 2015 250R that I did not purchase. My father purchased this because that 450 YZ450 we built on the channel, we gave that to my dad for his 50th birthday. And yeah, that thing's way too fast, so he's selling that and he bought this. We're gonna get it street legal, but right now it's in dirt trim. It doesn't have a plate mount. It has these two things here for mounting a plate, but they're not actually the right width apart for a plate, so I don't really know what's going on there. There's no blinkers either. They were just cut right off, so we're gonna have to solve that, which is not too big of a deal. That's okay. We'll figure it out. This thing's actually pretty cool though, guys. We only paid 2,500, I say we, Dad only paid 2,500 Canadian bones for this thing. Came with a FMF Q4 exhaust, which it is the full header and exhaust, which is a pretty expensive setup. It sounds really nice actually. It has the airbox flapper delete, and it has the AIS delete, which is awesome. It has a fuel programmer too, which is pretty sick. I've not even ridden this thing. No one's ridden this thing. It was dead when we bought it. I've started it up though. It sounds amazing. It has the same amount of kilometers as mine. Anyway, I'm rambling. Today we're going to be making a license plate mount, like tail tidy Fender Eliminator kind of deal. It's already half done. They've taken the old nasty looking thing off and just taken the stock tail light. But yeah, this is what we have to work with. Okay guys, we got ourselves a grinder. We got ourselves some drill bits. We got ourselves some random assorted pieces of metal. That's it. What I'm kind of thinking, probably cut this in half, make little extenders like that on both sides, and bring the bottom bolt out to like here. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so this is the piece that I've come up with so far. I'm gonna cut it down to size. I just want to drill that top hole, get it in place, and I'll make another one for the other side, and then I can drill the bottom hole, and then I'll just trim off the rest from there, if that makes sense. And after that, I'll box in on the outside for blinker mounts. All right, drill some holes. Yeah. To save you guys from boredom, I just kind of did it off camera, but I got two identical pieces here, or mostly identical. Not using precision machinery here. I'm literally using a grinder. They will go on like that. Along the top there, I'll weld a piece 90 degrees out, and I'll drill a hole in that, and that's what the blinker will screw onto. So yeah, it should work pretty good. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's solid, and that should serve the purpose of holding the blinker and the plate. Don't worry, I know I wasn't wearing a welding mask. I just closed my eyes every time I did a little tack. Alrighty, so this is where we're at now. Looks pretty clean. Spray painted them black just with a little trim clad. That'll stop them from rusting. Make sure you actually do have your welding mask and welding gloves too. That was really dangerous and stupid what I did. So don't do that at home. And also, if you're working with galvanized stuff like I was, you have to grind all that off before you start welding. And obviously when you weld it, it's gonna burn it. And yeah, it's pretty nasty stuff. So grind that off. Anyway, let's move on. I do believe I have these figured out as to which side is which. For as far as blinkers go, I'm going to chop them a bit further down because they're a bit crusty up here. And the blinkers I've chosen are these little ones here. Yeah, let's get this shit wired up. Alrighty, we're done. Blinker there, license plate is mounted. That's the finished product. I would be putting the plastics back on right now, but we still have to put a plate light in there, so I had to order one on Amazon. I already have this little adapter thing over here. That'll plug right into there, and I'll have my license plate light hooked up to 2 of these. You guys will see in the next clip, I'll have the license plate light, but as for tonight, I'm done. But with the magic of editing, we're done. All back together. So, as you can see, looks pretty good with the tail put back together. Can't wait to go riding. Dad's gonna love this bike. It's just gonna be so much better than the 450 on the trails. But yeah, another thing we did actually, the fuel programmer that was here, I showed you that earlier in the video. We've relocated that underneath the seat. Not a really big job, the bike was already apart. We'll bring you guys along on the first test ride of this thing. Stay tuned for that first ride, and thank you so much for watching. Peace out.